Welcome to another exciting episode of Smash Writing. I am your host, Paul.
Put the phone down and be professional.
Yeah, and this is your other host, the professional Justin. And today we are reviewing a comedy. Now, Justin's not too keen on comedy films.
Nope, not at all.
Especially when they're apparently not funny.
It wasn't.
Today we are reviewing Vacation Friends, a Hulu original. And I think this is one of my first times watching reviewing a Hulu original movie. In this day and age, we have all the resources. Everything has original movies.
Has Hulu had an original movie that was worthwhile?
I only gave this a shot because John Cena was in it. So I don't know.
I wasn't even going to give it a shot because John Cena was in it. I don't do comedy. I mean, the closest you really have to mix it with like a horror genre for me to get to watch comedy.
You love horror.
I do like the horror comedy.
That's your genre.
The Blood and Chronicle trilogy was funny. With Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Werewolf Within was hilarious.
But
that's about it. Like, these straight comedy movies on this genre, boring. Boring as hell. Jeez. There's nothing funny about them. They're the same thing over again.
Now, this is not a rant against comedy films.
This is a rant against comedy films.
Today...
That's going to be the title of this. Vacation Friends and Justin's rant over comedy movies.
Vacation Friends. Like I said, it's a Hulu original. Came out August 27th. So basically, the story goes, Marcus and his girlfriend, at the moment, is going...
You didn't even write her name on the board. That just shows you how little you cared about this movie.
That is true. I mean, we'll get to it.
We won't get to it. What's her name?
Oh,
Yeah, I put my phone down. You didn't finish writing the information.
These were the only two people that probably were really relevant. Well, so anyway.
Relevant. They're all characters in the movie.
Him and his girlfriend, they have a trip going down to, I believe, Mexico. And at Mexico, he actually does want to propose to her, so he went out and got a great room and planned this whole evening of asking her out. Wow.
Yeah, Emily is Marcus's soon-to-be fiancée when he gets to the point, and you had Ron and Kyla.
So, when he gets to the hotel,
Kayla?
Once again, Parker is like a spoiler character. He just gives everything away. There may or may not be something in your room, blah, blah, blah.
He was the bellhop of the hotel.
Yes, but he was literally giving the proposal away.
Yeah.
So they go to the room, and the room is completely flooded. Bring in...
The people in the presidential suite flooded it with the jacuzzi. Ron and Kayla.
And that's where, when they're at the bellhop area, the front desk, they are trying to get another room, and Parker was nice enough to find them a 1-star room by the airport.
That was 3-star.
No, it went down to 1 star.
It did go down to 1 star?
It did go down to 1 star. Bring in Ron and Kayla. And they're just fun, outgoing. They don't care. They're on vacation, living it up. And they bring them into their presidential suite, which is, ironically enough, that flooded the room below them, which was Marcus's room. We, from the start, see that Ron and Kayla are not your typical couple. They are very, very outgoing.
Live the life kind of moment. They spiked their tequila, whatever. They spiked their drink. Margarita. Instead of it being salt, it's cocaine, because, funny joke. They bond, and while they're drinking later that night, Ron, I guess, Marcus and...
Pretty much night one, they go on a shift parade of drinking and celebrations and everything like that. And then they even get a traditional,
Marcus and Emily get a Mayan
wedding.
And snap back to the real world.
And okay, they want to part. They're ready to part ways. Still, Ron's like, "Oh, what's your number?" Blah blah blah. They eventually get the numbers, and they go on their way. Marcus and Emily, they go on their way. Fast forward to the wedding, because that's basically how the movie jumps right to the wedding after like a few seconds of them living their normal lives. And boom, here comes Ron and Kayla to somewhat not wreck the wedding, but to be
a part of the wedding with their friends. Hijinks occur, bad moment occurs, reunion occurs at the Waffle House, and you jump to the wedding of Ron and whatever, Kayla. And the movie ends with the uptight couple no longer being so uptight, and Ron and Kayla have a baby. And that's our comedy movie. We're done for the day. Can I go home? What do you want? They're all the same movie. It's uptight couple meets loose couple, hijinks occur, misunderstandings happen. The bad moment, the downer moment happens to lift you back up, send you home happy.
And explain those moments.
Who cares?
So
I didn't know. I watched it on fast forward, dude.
So we automatically assume
this is like an hour and 48-minute movie. I watched it in 36.
So we automatically assume Justin's opinion of this movie is pretty much just go in and rate it real quick for yourself.
C-.
Wow.
And it wasn't a bad one. Like, you're gonna laugh at it. Like, if you like this genre of movie, it's gonna be up your aisle. This is not my genre of movie. There are 3 genres of movies I don't like. Westerns, musicals, comedy. I'm not gonna have much fun here. This is all Holly.
Wait till November when we get a musical review. So yeah, comedies are one of my favorites.
They're all dumb. They're all the same.
No, there's different ones.
You throw the cast of Wedding Crashers in here. It's the same movie.
So there was some good. I thought there were some good one-liners.
There's one joke I liked.
What was that?
One.
Uh-oh.
It's to be very clear because it ends at a certain moment too. I liked it when Ron and Marcus were fox hunting, and Ron keeps giving them things to eat.
Yeah.
He's like, "Here, try this. Here, try this. Ooh, magic mushrooms." He doesn't tell them to eat it, but he's been handing himself so many. He just
Marcus
automatically eats it. And then
they go in Beastie Boys mode.
Then, well, wait. Because the moment Ron eats that mushroom is when the joke stops being funny.
Okay.
The trip was dumb. The camera angles, the camera motions were dumb.
Well, for me, the best part of that particular sequence is really when he was about to stab the fox, but it's actually his future father-in-law's dog or something like that. Calling his father-in-law a clown. That was hilarious. We were actually talking about this, like, John Cena can be funny. We've seen him in a couple other films, but the one thing, like, John Cena takes on roles that he's just too bulky for. Like, he didn't fit, like, a character of Ron, in this film for me. He felt out of place. The golf scene outing where he hustled them, that was all right. Like I said, it had a couple one-liners. It did have its moments. Out of 130 minutes, I've watched better comedies and had more laughs. Even had more laughs in a film that wasn't a comedy. Though I do like John Cena as an actor. I do like little.
I think Cena was funnier in Suicide Squad personally.
Oh well, he
Peacemaker.
Yeah, there's John Cena. I am not questioning John Cena's abilities. I just think with his bulkiness, some characters he plays is just not fitting. And like that even goes for the Rock too. He is funny, but there's still every once in a while I'll see him in a film that he's just too bulky for. Little Little Rel Howley?
Howery.
Yeah. He's like a B class actor, but he's been really in a lot of films.
He's fantastic in a lot of the other films he's been in.
Yeah, and his acting career really goes back to like 2017. So he has a lot to his credit, but they're smaller roles. He does have that dry sense of humor where everything he questions can be funny, but he's serious when he's trying to do it. Good little mix. Like I said, this was the first time I was watching a Hulu original. I'll probably give it a C, simply because out of 103 minutes, hour and 43 minutes, there could have been more laughs. I think probably in all the real humor comes a total of like maybe 15 minutes.
That's every comedy movie.
There's
some every comedy movie in this genre of comedy movies. It's 12 minutes of actual funny jokes, and I want to die the rest of the time.
Wait till we watch our first Western.
Might as well ruin my day more.
So yeah, I give it about a C. Nothing against the leads.
No, I have nothing against. No, everyone did fine, but it's just movie just selling me. I'm trying to sell me on a comedy. Blame him. He picked this movie.
We review films. We rate films. We have to branch out.
I don't have to branch anywhere. I'm staying in my little comfortable.
His next week's blog is going to be Joker, finally.
I still haven't watched the Joker movie. If I don't want to watch a movie, I'm not watching the movie.
But yeah, in all seriousness, overall, this film kind of, I don't want to say it flat line for me, but
that went by quick for me. Hand on that fast forward button.
He was in time traveling mode. I wasn't. I watched it from start to finish. Had nothing wrong with the actual actors. It's just, it really wasn't there as much as it should be. And maybe it's because I'm also not into stupid comedies. And like,
that's all comedy.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Every comedy. Stupid laughs, bad jokes. I laughed at them when I was 10, but that was 21 years ago.
How time flies and how time changes. But yeah, see, I'm actually going to say probably like right at 70%, just because.
That's where I'm sitting. That's a C minus.
It doesn't stand out. It's not even the upper
because
tier.
All these comedy movies are the same.
Justin doesn't love comedies, and we know this. And that's why we...
What different is this from something like Knocked Up? It's the same movie. Just different actors saying different shit. So bad.
Oh.
I'm being generous giving it a C minus. Because, what? My detesting for comedy shouldn't affect the movie. But at the same time, it's laugh and forget and move on.
So what would you actually give it?
F. All these movies are Fs. All bad.
And they're still...
If you're into comedy, if you're into stupid laughs, stupid jokes, you're going to enjoy yourself here.
And there's still more films this month that we're going to be posting our episodes on where there's another film that Justin's just not a fan of. Another Netflix film. But it's an average film. If you like some of the people in it, you'll give it a shot. I don't know if you really want to waste your time too much if there's nothing, if you're a comedy lover, maybe. I think even as a person that does accept comedy, this is not, like I said, it had its moments, but hour and 43 minutes, it needed to be more, in my opinion. More laughs. We know John Cena can be funny. Like I said, Peacemaker, he rocked that shit. You know he can be funny. He's a multi-talented actor. But I just think the chemistry with amongst the actors were there. It was just a script. It wasn't a good script.
Of course not.
And honestly, as we were prepping for this episode, I read that Hulu announced that there will be a sequel called Honeymoon Friends.
That's all you. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm out.
That would be a blogger solo idea.
Not watching it again. No. I gave the first one a shot. Not doing the second one.
Oh. But until next time.
Better times. Bye-bye.